Hi, my name is Stephanie Stevens, and I'm a planner with the City of Wheat Ridge Community Development Department. I'm presenting case number WZ-25-02, which is a request for approval of a zone change from Agricultural 1 to Mixed-Use Commercial Transit-Oriented Development for a mixed-use affordable housing project at 10285 Ridge Road. The site is located on the north side of Ridge Road, west of Miller Street and south of West 54th Avenue, and is approximately 10.89 acres in size. It currently contains several unoccupied buildings from when it functioned as a much larger 68-acre group home campus for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, originally owned and operated by the Colorado Department of Human Services in the 1980s. The remaining buildings on site are currently undergoing remediation through the state and will eventually be demolished. The property is surrounded by a wide range of land uses and zoning designations, with lower density residential to the north and west, transit supportive residential to the south, and commercial institutional to the east. The site is currently zoned Agricultural 1 and is well situated to serve as a transition between surrounding properties. Adjacent properties to the north are zoned planned development in Arvada. To the west are properties zoned planned residential development in Wheat Ridge. To the south is planned industrial development in Wheat Ridge, including the Rocky Mountain Bottling Plant, and to the east is the Wheat Ridge Regional Center, which is operated by the Colorado Department of Human Services and provides a collection of group homes that serve adult individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities who need additional support. The redevelopment site surrounds the Wheat Ridge Regional Center site on three sides, and the site will remain under state ownership and zoned A1 and is not a part of this application. Further to the east is the Arvada Red Rocks Community College campus, which is zoned mixed-use transit in Arvada. The current A1 zoning allows for government facilities or one single-unit home and accessory structures with up to 25% building coverage and 35-foot height. The state of Colorado recently sold the property to Jefferson County Regional Housing, or Foothills Regional Housing, under the condition that it be developed primarily as an affordable housing site with secondary community services. FRH's intent is to redevelop the site as a mixed-use property with a range of affordable housing types, as well as educational expansion of the Red Rocks Community College, office, and communities supporting commercial uses. This is a view of the subject property looking southwest from 54th Avenue from the west side of the property, showing the vacant group home buildings soon to be demolished. While government facilities are permitted under A1, the existing group homes do not conform to the development standards of the zoning since they were built prior to adoption of the city's zoning ordinance. Due to the long-standing vacancies of these buildings, they are degrading to the point where it's causing a threat to the health, safety, and general welfare of the neighborhood and community. Rezoning the site is necessary to bring the site into conformance and facilitate redevelopment that improves the overall quality of life in this area. Providing some additional photos here for context of existing conditions. This is a view from 54th and Miller intersection, looking to the southeast, showing the group homes. And here's the view from Miller Street, looking north of the existing regional center access on Miller. Existing access will remain. This is looking south on Miller Street, again at that existing access, looking at the regional center. This is a view from the intersection of Ridge and Miller, looking north. Train tracks are just south of this photo to the Arvada station. And lastly, here's the view looking north from Ridge at the west side of the property, primarily vacant in this portion. The applicant is requesting the zone change to MUC TOD to develop the site as a mixed-use property with a range of affordable housing types as well as educational, including the expansion of the Red Rocks Community College for their nursing program, offices, and community supporting commercial uses. This proposal not only responds to the housing needs of the community, but these uses are inherently transit-oriented since affordable housing is known to have low parking demands and needs to be located near transit to serve these populations. The demographics associated with the community college's nursing program and health services also show high populations that use transit. If approved, the rezoning of this property would enable the opportunity to increase transit ridership, would work towards improving general multimodal connectivity, and add to the employment base while revitalizing a dilapidated site in need of investment. The applicant believes their proposal aligns with the city's adopted plans, goals, and policies for the TOD area. Because the site is over 10 acres, a concept plan is also required and is typically reviewed after a rezoning is approved. Because this infill site will impact surrounding properties, the proposed concept plan is being reviewed in conjunction with the rezoning and is currently under review by staff. The proposed concept plan limits what would be allowed and provides more certainty on uses and density proposed. It shows the primary use of the site as residential with up to 200 affordable housing units, including a mix of housing types such as townhomes, apartments, and age-restricted apartments on the western portion of the site. In addition, the plan indicates the community college building on the northeast corner for expansion of their nursing program, a supportive services building such as community health center on the southeast corner, and an office and maintenance building for the housing units and grounds internal to the site. While mixed-use commercial transit-oriented development, or MUC-TOD zoning, would allow for a more expansive list of uses of unlimited height and density since the subject property is part of the I-70 and Kipling urban renewal area and part of the voter-approved area exempted from the charter's height and density limits, the concept plan will place further restrictions, including limitations on density and height, and even lower heights along the north portion of the site where adjacent to low-density residential. The use and intensity of the proposed development is compatible with surrounding land uses by incorporating context-sensitive restrictions such as landscape buffers, open space, lower heights, and architectural standards that respect adjacent development. This table compares the existing A1 and proposed MUC-TOD development standards along with the concept plan limitations. Of note, the concept plan self-imposes more limited uses and building heights with a maximum of 2 to 3 stories along 54th Avenue and 4 stories elsewhere, and zoning requires high-quality architecture. It also encourages adequate setbacks from nearby residential and supports design oriented to activate surrounding streets, while also expanding the Red Rocks Community College campus and introduces the potential for community services. As a requirement of the zone change process, a neighborhood meeting was held on August 20th, 2025 at the Red Rocks Community College. 41 people attended the meeting, and notes from the meeting are included in the staff report. Since Wheat Ridge is served by special districts, we sent the application on referral to agencies including fire, water, and sanitation, as well as completed an internal review. We did not receive concerns or objections from internal departments or agencies. Before the hearing, the property was posted for 15 days and letters were sent to occupants and property owners within a 1,000-foot radius. Comments collected on Wheat Ridge Speaks will be reviewed by the Planning Commission and entered into the record at the hearing. Staff reviews zone change requests based on several criteria and consistency with adopted plans and policies. The proposed housing options and mix of uses near transit directly support the city plan core values of serving a mix of incomes and inclusiveness. It also aligns with the desired outcome of peaceful coexistence by thoughtfully applying and calibrating form and use tools based on the features of adjacent properties. The city plan identifies this site as a transit village place type within the city plan. Transit Village is defined as a compact, walkable district centered around a rail station that supports higher density residential development and convenient access to neighborhood-serving commercial amenities. The Transit Village is intended to promote transit use, reduce dependence on personal vehicles, and foster a vibrant mixed-use environment where daily needs can be met within walking distance. The MUC-TOD zoning is appropriate because of the designation in the city plan, the proximity to the rail stations, and variety of land uses in the area. The proposed concept plan responds to the form and design recommendations to city plans by incorporating height restrictions, build-to, and setbacks that match those surrounding the site, with more restrictive heights and greater setbacks and buffers where adjacent to low-density residential to the north and west. Form requirements avoid imposition of additional heights on adjacent properties Appropriate screening and buffering are included, and parking needs are addressed on site. Finally, the city plan includes an implementation strategy to support housing development to meet community goals. Also in January 2023, City Council adopted the Affordable Housing Strategy and Action Plan, a guiding document to address affordable housing in Wheat Ridge. The plan identifies a need for multi-unit rental and ownership opportunities where possible to achieve inclusionary mixed income outcomes. The site was slated for affordable housing development when it was sold to Foothills Regional Housing. The proposed zone change responds directly to the goals identified in the Affordable Housing Strategy and Action Plan, as well as the city plan. Ultimately, staff is recommending approval of the request. The proposed zoning contributes to housing needs of the community, supports a mix of housing and services near transit, provides a unique and context-sensitive design that takes into consideration surrounding area and uses, improves public utility infrastructure by upgrading utilities, and advances public improvements along roadways. Proposed zoning complies with safety and access requirements of the fire district and servicing requirements of utility districts. The development will likely add value to the area through high-quality design and redevelopment of a vacant, underutilized site, and it's consistent with the goals and objectives of the adopted plans and policies. Planning Commission will make a recommendation to City Council, who is the final approver of the request. If City Council approves, then the zone change is approved. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.